Right, so I hope you're sitting comfortably, and we're going to connect to the energy of this month's full moon. It's a full moon lunar eclipse, and the last in a series that we've had over the last couple of years, which have been really powerful and which signal immense change. Some of the change you'll find that you're able to connect with, others that you seem just to be watching. All of the energy of all of this is extremely intense, and you might feel perhaps you've been squashed between a wall and a hard place. And so the energy that we're working with today is about transmutation. Specifically, it's about emotional energy, and what we're going to do with this, we're going to take it into the energy of change in terms of your relationships. So if you just sit quietly and connect your breathing, just breathe up and down the spine. And as you know, we have 3 energetic channels in the spine. Most of the time there are 2 that are coming up. Earth energy coming up, and then the last one is sky energy coming down. So you just watch that. Sounds you hear in the distance here are thunder. It's quite interesting that the energy is breaking, the weather is breaking. We just work with all of that to just let that swirl around within you. Just breathing in and breathing out, and feel the energy flow within the body, and just see if it forms a pattern within you, and if so, what kind of a pattern it is. And you're just watching, and you see whether within you, within the patterns, there is any color. So working with different levels of frequency, just looking at the visual, the energetic movement, and the frequency of the color, the light that is being given to you. So just breathing and watching, being aware. And we're going to sit just quietly, just being aware of what is within you and how you are feeling within all of this. So gentle breathing and a gentle watchfulness. And now you draw your golden circle around you. Watch as you sit in the middle of this. And you watch how you look within the inner eye. And you watch how you feel. We're going to start by going into the energy of the family that you were born into. Just feel the energy. Each family has its own energy, has its own feeling, has its own depth. So go into that and recall how you feel. If the energy is good and you feel well within it, you breathe it into you, and you breathe love and light and laughter To the ones that come to you, you'll see each one in your mind's eye, the one who you're connected to at this moment. And as you see them and you feel their energy, and I'm sure also you are reliving some memories, some are happy, some are painful. Once again, you acknowledge what has come to you, and you breathe into yourself those memories that are full of love and joy. And for the ones that are different, painful or uncomfortable or whatever, you just breathe into them the golden light, which is going to use this breath to transform the frequency. Memories are just vibrations, images that have emotion attached to them. So you're just breathing and you're watching, and you're remembering that everything has relevance within the circle and the cycle of life that is your life, and specifically this life that you're remembering. So you take as long as you need to do this. You stop the recording if you need. Take as much time. We're just going to stay silent for a few minutes. And for each one that has come to you, just calling for change, either within the relationship or within the memories, you just send the energy of love and thanks. And most of all, you send the energy of understanding and acceptance. For now, even if you don't really feel that, we're just going to send it as a courtesy and the beginnings of an energetic shift within you. That within this world, certainly all things come to an end. Nothing goes on forever. And what you're signaling is your desire for peace and change. And for those with whom you walk hand in hand, with love, where the energy is easy, you're just sending your love and your thanks for more of the same. So you're just building that energy too. So all of this is with your birth family. And these are the ones that, if you look very carefully and closely between the lines, are the ones that reflect our own core most accurately. So now you just glance around your sacred circles, make sure that the golden light that you've drawn around you is still secure. Just breathe into it. Just breathe into it a few times. And now bring into you your current family if you're married, or your closest friends if you're not, closest relationships, and ask to see the ones who've come with whom you need right now to make a fulfillment or an energy exchange. And just breathe. And for each one, ask to know what it is that needs to be done in order to further grow your time together in a way that would be more supportive and loving and gives you more joy. You just stay silent. You will see in your inner eye where you will feel that person's energy or reflection. And then you will just get 1 or 2 words and you'll breathe that in, and then you will know. And when something resonates, it means you just feel it's so right. When that word or that construct is unveiled to you whilst you're doing this practice, you breathe that in and you make a choice within you that this is the beginning of the change or the beginning of the unfoldment or the unveiling of a more mutually fulfilling, dynamic or loving, or to grow that within you when you already have it, to acknowledge it, to grow that energy. It's making that choice for change, for growth, for love, and for fulfillment. Just breathe. Just breathe in your relationships, some of them more challenging than others, but all of them ultimately wonderful. And each one of these ones also reflect a piece of us back within ourselves. So for this time where we are heading towards this very powerful full moon, and certainly for a few days beyond, I would say probably until next weekend, just breathe in the acceptance that everything has relevance in life, everything has relevance in this world. And if you're feeling pressure in anything in your life, particularly your relationships, it's because that at this moment everything's being pushed up from the darkest recesses of you to be seen, to be acknowledged, to be owned, ultimately to be discarded, because nothing in the material world lasts forever. So you just sit in the moment until the moment goes. And you are in the full acceptance of both the light and the shadow. And you know that all is well. And just breathe. And then once again you check your golden circle. Just make sure it's watertight or energy tight. And if you are working, we would just do the same with colleagues. Let's ask each one to present with a reflection or a vibration. And ask again to know just 1 or 2 words is enough. It's energy. What's the purpose of the relationship? And what is needed in terms of the fulfillment? And if it feels fulfilled already, you start with that and breathe it in. Otherwise, you remain silent. And in this one, you ask to know specifically within the working environment, not just your relationship with colleagues, it's your relationship with your work. Whether it's balanced, is the giving and the receiving? Is it in harmony, or do you feel stretched? Do you feel pushed? And or are you happy? And in relation to each question, you ask yourself, is there fulfillment? Just by asking yourself these questions, feeling your choices, you're in fact starting the whole construct of a series of choices that will now rise up just quietly and naturally from your inner being, from the soul energy. It will just help you step forward after the full moon energies have settled. Right, very good. And now we come to that space where you're looking and being in the relationship with yourself. This is the ultimate relationship and the most powerful and the most strong relationship there is at any time, in any life, in any aspect of your being. And what we first do is that we're going to acknowledge that everything starts from within. It's projected out or reflected out, and then it's experienced in order for you to grow. And so for this practice specifically, we're looking at where there are any imbalances within your own relationship with yourself. What do you need within you to be fulfilled? Can they be fulfilled, or do you need to ride on this full moon energy to let go what needs to be left in the past? Now, in order to leave things in the past, it's sometimes very scary, because when you just drop something off, some baggage, you feel a lot of clear space within, and for a lot of people that's scary. And that's okay, because in the clear space will new experiences arise. Now, sometimes you're able to let them go quite deliberately. Sometimes Spirit works to release them for us, because that needs to happen. It's always better to be the one that makes that choice, because that's what life is about, choice and ability to respond, the responsibility. And not everyone is there. We've got 100 balls juggling in the air. But it's about saying this belongs to the past, and it's time to let it go. And this one belonged to the past, and I would really like to take that forward into the future with me. And you just sit in your space and just allow the awareness to arise, just gentle. You don't need to do anything, you just need to see and to know. and to accept, and to know that when you're in this space just of quiet seeing, solitude, which is very different from isolation, that you are already in a relationship with yourself, and the lunar eclipses are potent and valid at this point in time because they energize your future path of growth, and they also energize our past. So I want to bring the two together in harmony. So you grow from your past, you embrace what has worked for you, grow that, breathe it in. You embrace what has not worked for you, it's been a little bit challenging. Just to know that it was all part of whatever it is that forms a very colorful, very detailed, very loving, and very beautiful life. Just as you move forward and you grow, new life or the old life made different, doesn't matter. It'll be natural. As you breathe, and just take a bit more time if you need by stopping the tape. And when you're ready, you look again inwards. And you see if the energy within you has any symbol or any shape or any color. And you just watch that and you breathe it. And once again, you're aware of the energy as it goes up and down the spine. You feel it. You watch it at its center around the physical body. Do you feel that? You hold it. And you draw your sacred circle close to you. And then bring it back within you. And the color of gold remains around to protect his sheath. And you're just breathing. And you are being. And life is good. So there you go. Thank you very much, and let me know how you get on. Lots and lots of love for now. Bye.